This morning, Honda announced that future models of its Civic car, which are currently made in Swindon, will after 2021 be made in Japan. The Civic is the only vehicle that is made by Honda in Swindon, so as a result of that decision, the company's manufacturing plant will close in 2021. I'm not going to understate what a bitter blow this is to the 3,500 skilled and dedicated workers at Honda in Swindon and their families, to the many more people and businesses who supply the plant, and to the town of Swindon, which has been proud to be home for 34 years to one of the best car factories in the world. It's a blow to the whole British economy. Honda have given the reason for their decision as accelerating the move to electric propulsion and choosing to consolidate investment in their facilities in Japan. Following the entry into force of the EU-Japan Free Trade Agreement earlier this month, tariffs for cars exported from Japan to the EU will drop from 10% currently to 0 by the 1st of January 2026. Honda will then export from Japan rather than Britain to Europe and the rest of the world. The company has stated that Bracknell will be retained as its European headquarters and that it will continue to base its Formula One operation from Britain and that its research and development centre into electrification and connected and autonomous technologies will continue at Swindon. Honda has announced an immediate consultation with the trades unions and the suppliers on this plan. I've spoken with the trade unions, with the local members of Parliament, the leader of Swindon Borough Council and the chair of the Local Enterprise Partnership. Shortly I will chair in Swindon the first meeting of a task force comprising these people and others to do everything we can to ensure that the much valued workforce of Honda in Swindon find new opportunities which can make use of their skills and experience. We'll work with the local community to ensure that Swindon's justified reputation as being a place of industrial excellence in manufacturing, technology and services is maintained and expanded. And in our automotive sector, we'll work in close partnership with an industry that is going through a period of technological change and adjustment across the world greater than at any time in its history. A period of change that is disruptive and, as is obvious today, painful for many, but in which Britain's industry can emerge as a global leader if we back innovation in new sources of power and navigation. One of the four grand challenges of our industrial strategy and the focus of our automotive sector deal. Mr. Speaker, I and many other colleagues in this House of all parties have worked hard over the last 3 years to make the case for investment in Britain to investors in this country and around the world, despite the uncertainty that Brexit has put into the assessments of investors in Japan and around the world. We've secured investments during this time from Nissan, Toyota, Geely, BMW, PSA, Aston Martin, Williams and many smaller firms. We have an international reputation for being a place to do business with skilled, motivated staff, with access to innovation, especially in automotive, which is the best on the planet, and with the determination to make those strengths even greater during the years ahead. This is a devastating decision that's been made today, and one that requires us to do whatever and all that it takes to ensure that in years to come, Honda will once again, building on its continued presence here, recognise Britain as the best place in the world to build some of the best vehicles in the world. Yeah.